When I say every day, y'all say love. Every day. Love. Every day. Love.
Sister, tell me what you need and I got you. Teach me, I teach you. Show me what you know and then I show you. Get your queen on. Yeah, I got a shoulder you can lean on. Assignment, understood. Now tell me what's the T on womanhood.
Hey everyone, welcome to Womanhood, sponsored by Everyday Love TV. I'm the host Karina with my queens here, and today we're talking about single season. So maybe some of you can relate to this, maybe not. That's okay. There's going to be something in this episode for everybody. I wanted to talk about this today specifically because I feel that there's a right way and a wrong way to do dating. So I'm gonna talk about that with my ladies here today. I'm so honored to even be sitting next to them, right? So y'all, let's talk about it. First of all, what do you all think dating should look like out here today and being single, enjoying yourself, everybody talks about healing and all this kind of stuff. What do you think single should look like in this season? Yes.
I feel like for me, focusing on yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Get everything done as far as getting like financially right, or just pretty much doing everything you need to be doing as far as getting yourself together.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Yeah.
What say you?
Okay. So single season for me is going to be a cliche answer. I do agree. It's about healing, but also figuring out your non-negotiables, your wants, and your needs. Yeah. Because these are all different things. Like my non-negotiable could be I want a Christian man. Like I'm not compromising on that.
Yep.
My need could be I need a man who knows how to communicate because I'm a talker, okay? Like I'm talking. We have to be able to have an exchange, right? Mm-hmm. And my want, okay, he needs to be about 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, that's the one we sprinkle in for God. Like if you listen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I know what I can live without,
right,
and what I cannot.
Right.
So I think in this single season is when we have to focus on that. What we're willing to compromise on and what we can't compromise on.
That's good. So focusing, we got financial, getting your finances in straight, the things you need to do before you consider yourself to be partnered with another. We got your non-negotiables, which I think is awesome because I think we're too old to still be talking about like, oh, okay, well, he said I'm cute, he cute, he drive a nice car. It's like, yeah, but do he have a place to go? Like after that, like now it's that time to realize like what can you live with and what can you not, live with when dealing with somebody. What you got?
Listen, for me, singleness is different because I am in a part of my life where I am desiring that companionship, but like you said, I'm also not willing to put up with a lot of things. And so with that, I do have to find someone who can communicate, and it's not, and they have to have their stuff on the way to get together, be working and be driven and have their purpose and vision in alignment. But I just feel like, just being able to communicate is one of the biggest things for me. I remember when I was a little bit younger, it was that physical attraction that was like, oh, but he fine.
But he look good.
And he grown, and he's 6'4", because that's what I like. But
he used to rock his team. This is an advertisement for okay.
Hi, if you're looking for a plus size diva like myself. But it's more, I find myself more being attracted to someone's intelligence. Yes. So, having that communication, having a vision and being driven is one of the things that's a big turn on for me, and even it's starting a relationship.
Yeah.
But non-negotiables, I used to think that too.
Yeah.
And there are some things that I'm just like, heck no. But then there's some things when you get with a person, you never know until you're with that person what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not.
That's true.
You can say that upon not meaning I don't like that, but then you see that he got da-da-da-da-da. Well,
so well, that red flag look a little orange.
Is it really a red flag? Or because my single homegirl said that it was a red flag, and I think it's a red flag?
Exactly.
It's just knowing yourself and what you want. Really.
That's true. It all goes back to you, because just as speaking for me in my season of singleness, I had to learn how to be okay and be content with myself.
Yeah.
So now having somebody somebody, that's just a bonus. You're supposed to come in as a bonus, you know, not my entire existence, my entire being. Like, you're just supposed to be a bonus. Like, I have peace with sitting in my house. So to have somebody that you can have some peace with, sitting in the house with, that's a blessing. I think when it comes to, like y'all say, non-negotiables and boundaries too, right? So I think it's a great time when you're single to kind of reflect back on what you have been through, you know, what you've been through, learning about yourself. I was thinking earlier today, I was like, this is a time too when you're by yourself to focus on yourself and where you come from. So I just made 29 and I'm still thinking about, well, who do I get this characteristic trait from? Where does this come from in my family? Knowing myself, so that way when I merge with another, you know, human being, it's like, okay, I can take on whatever you got coming because I know myself and I'm grounded. So I think that's good. That's awesome that y'all say that. Now, let's talk about the flip side of it, right? What should singleness, your single season, not look like? Because I say, you know, Keith Sweat said that there's a right and a wrong way, okay, to love somebody. So what would you all say is like, all right, maybe that's not the best way to indulge in your single season, which I think.
That could go a couple of different.
Oh, we sure can. That's why we here. Y'all don't want to hear.
If we gonna be like blatantly honest, I don't think you be sharing your cookies with everybody who buys cookies at the cookie shop.
Yes, that's true.
That's your sacred ground. I mean, it's your soil. This is where seeds are to be planted when you are ready to grow and nurture something. If you're not willing to nurture something, don't be planting seeds all over the place.
Exactly.
You know? Respect your garden is what I say. Respect your garden, respect your space. Because as we know, even though men are out there doing what they do, you know, they don't want somebody who's had their garden all stomped in. And the whole world knows that their garden is a mess. And what their garden look like. They don't want that. You know, they don't want that. So I say, be respectful of your sacred spaces, and you know, not be out there all willy-nilly. You know, that's I just say, you know.
Yeah. But let's dive a little bit deeper into that, because we're all adults here, right? Everybody over the age of 18, right? We're adults, and we do want to help women out there. We're in a season to where, or in a time to where we're seeing this on movies, TV shows, we're hearing it in music. Hey, you know, it's okay to have multiples. You know, I'm gonna chase the bag and he needs to pay for this or that. And so what would we say, before we go back to like what it shouldn't look like, what would y'all tell young women these days that are dating or trying to find themselves in a dating world, when you literally have the rappers and the singers that saying like, keep more than one, you know, do you, and you know, express yourself, but not in I would say the Christian sense. So what advice would y'all give to young women that's trying to date or just find themselves out there right now? Because that was a good thing you said about not being accessible to everybody, like not giving yourself away like that, which I got.
Also just understanding what it means to date. Like people's idea of dating is different. So does it mean that you're just getting to know people, or are you actually trying to engage in relationship like tendencies with these people, and y'all with no titles? Because that's the norm too.
Like a regular Netflix and chill,
right? Netflix and chill just brought so much negativity to it. It's like supposed to be a cool thing, like we're hanging out, watching a movie.
Yes, but definitely I think, you know, some of it, if you put it into context, might be okay. Because I don't think you should just be like, I don't know, for me, just zeroed in on one person, because that means you're super accessible and people don't appreciate that. They don't respect your time. So make sure that you got something going on while you're engaging in conversation, and just establishing what that looks like for you, what you're comfortable with giving without jeopardizing your self-respect. Let me just say that.
You hear that, ladies? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? All that. Write that down. All right, what you got? What you got? Yeah, what you gonna tell your young sister, these young queens, like, because I'm telling you, like, we're in a really tough time here. It's like we're battling flesh with spirit. I see it all the time. You know, we all have our things, and sometimes it's not even dramatic. We go to the store and we're like, I've been working out all week. That cookie look real good. Like, I just want a cookie right now. So we're battling our flesh every day. So yeah, what would you tell these young queens when it's time to date and court? Does anybody even know what courting means anymore?
And I think it's making a comeback, because some little young fella said this the other day. I don't know. Who raised you? Your grandma?
How do you know about courting?
I don't know what that means. apply to you.
That's good. That's what we're here for. Courting is the steps you take before you become exclusive and say, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend.
Okay.
So it's literally us hanging out, platonic, might go to the movies, might just do things to get to know each other before we say, like, that's it, we're together. Like,
I mean, my thing is pretty much not to move too fast.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like just jumping in and just doing anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just take it slow. Like, hey, that's my friend. You know, we just hanging out. Like, you know, just like regular, not dealing with, you know, intimate sex or, you know, jumping in and just, oh, okay, that's my friend, that's my boyfriend.
Like, we connected. Like,
just
wait,
because,
I just met you.
you just met him like 2 weeks ago type of thing. So my thing is like, take it slow, you know.
Right.
A couple months,
people
like,
don't know how to do
quite
that.
a bit of, you know, months. I mean, like 2 or 3 ain't nothing. So my thing is, you know, take it slow. Give it way more than just 3 months, because 3 months ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like give it more than 3 months, you know, to actually know that person before y'all just actually like become one.
Wow. You say 3 months.
I mean, like, just give it more than 3 months at least.
No, that's good. I'm taking that for myself, because if I connect with somebody, that's why I don't like. I mean, my distance, because I'm like, I like you, like we connect. I'm an intellectual person, so that's why I was like 3 months. Wow, because I feel like I have a good sense of I don't know, judgment of character.
Yeah.
So if I do connect with somebody, and I'm like, okay, I don't go fast, like how y'all said, like don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't go fast, but you know, it's like I like you, so. It might not take us 3 months. It might take us 2.
Like, it could be like a consistent type of thing. Like, if you could tell, like, he's consistent with it, way more than just a couple months. I mean, like, okay, go for it.
You'll know.
You know, yeah. I mean, like, that's me.
No, that's good. That's good.
I would say, young lady, figure out what you want and who you are. Because for me, if I'm going on a first date and homeboy not opening the door for me, I will address it. You know, I would prefer if my man opens the door for me, you know? And if that isn't corrected in real time, there is no second date. We're not going for it because I told you my standard and, what I desire from my man. And if we can't have that, then we're not moving forward. Yeah. Because what's the point? Because I know the goal. The goal is marriage. It's not to be out here pointlessly dating. And I say that lightly because even though we date and we get to know different people, we still learn things about ourselves. So in single season, as we get to know ourselves and our desires and what we like and what we can appreciate from our counterparts, that will, you know, dictate how far we're willing to go with someone. Dating, it's okay to date multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna date more than one person, get to know them each, and like go back to these non-negotiables I was talking about. You know, do they meet those? And once you discuss that, if you figure out, okay, yeah, he's not a Christian man, we can't do that. Like, there's no point in moving forward. Okay, maybe you're not 6 feet. Okay, I can compromise on that. Okay, you're not a good communicator. That's something I need. But everything else is matching up. You checking every other box. I know Pastor Mike Ty said rip up the list, but listen.
He definitely said that.
So, but you getting everything else together so we can work on your communication. That's something that I can work on with you. So in single season, figure out who you are, what you need, and what you desire for yourself to be happy. Because that man is not responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your happiness. So that's what I'll tell those young queens. Because I've been there, girl. I know.
And I think just us as women, we're nurturers. We're born nurturers. So we want to change people. We want to bend the rules because, like we say, if we're looking at physical, he cute, so I can get past the fact that he can't spell or whatever. But you have to get to a point where we grow up, you know. But we need to be, I'll say, whole, and we need to be complete and ready to be able to, you know, receive somebody else or, you know, be able to take on somebody else in our life or whatever. But let's talk about this real quick, the D word, because that keeps getting thrown out there. And we broke down what courting is, the dating word, okay? Let's not, way I was going. All right, let's not. So, dating. So, let's go, each of us, you know, what do you say dating is? Because, like, I forgot who said it. Dating is different for different people. I'll start first. For me, dating is we're going to exclusively get to know each other. So me, I court because, I have friends, I have people I hang out with, you know, I have boundaries, but dating to me means we have made this decision that we want to get to know each other on a deeper level so that way we can be together. So for me, I don't date more than one at a time. I may hang out. I call it, hey, that's my homeboys, because we're gonna hang out. We're gonna be friends. Yeah. But for me, dating is exclusive, and we're working towards a relationship, and the goal, of course, is marriage. So that's me. What's your definition of dating?
Oh, well, my definition of dating was just like us getting to know each other, you know, hanging out, but also dating other people, you know.
Okay, so you date multiple. That's cool.
Yeah, so that was my little difference of dating, like still hanging out, you know, with you, but at the same time still
dating multiples. Yeah, that's what she said. She's like, you know, keep your options open.
Yeah, so that was my type of dating.
Awesome.
I said the same thing. For me, dating is not exclusive. It's basically just getting to know the dating pool until you find one that stands out and one that you connect with, and then you can go into exclusivity. But me dating someone, I always ask what their definition is, so that we're always clear. I always ask questions.
Yeah.
I agree. In the beginning stages, date other people until you find that one that sticks out to you. And once you find that person, y'all have that conversation. But until that conversation is had, if someone else comes up to you and he seems like an eligible bachelor, go on that date, sis. This might be your husband. And this man that you keep getting about, he ain't asked you to be his lady yet. You know what I'm saying? So keep those options open until that man steps into a man's position and say, hey, I want to be exclusive with you. Then you be exclusive. But until then, if someone else comes along, go on, girl, to you.
Exactly. And my motto for this season, honestly, is it's nothing until it's something.
Oh, I like that. Come on, say that one more time.
It's nothing until it's something.
Y'all hear that, ladies? You hear that? You hear that sound?
Listen, okay?
It's nothing until it's something.
It's nothing until it's something.
Bring
and that also helps you to keep your emotions in check.
Yeah.
Because we as women sometimes we'll go off on a tangent like we in a whole relationship. Right. That man ain't claimed you as his woman.
And I feel like that's all the reason why. I feel like that's all the reason why. Can't be just like out here having sex, because most women, I feel like
connection.
Women, so it's like as soon as we have sex with that man, we be thinking, oh, I'm so in love with him, or I really like feeling him, or that's my man type of thing. When he just
lust and love,
just having sex just to be having sex. Yeah, you know. So that's most women don't know the difference between love and lust. When it just most men they just do it. You know.
Just do it. And see, my thing is, so, and this is good. This is good for those watching and everybody. Everybody's definition is different. So that's why I say have those conversations with a person that you're entertaining or whatever, because just like how I said, according to me is what you all just consider dating. Everybody's definition is different. I literally went through a situation to where I wasted, and I'm just going to say wasted, but it was still a lesson learned, but I wasted time because I was afraid to have those conversations. So what are we doing? What are you in the market for? You know, what are you looking for? Because I just knew that, okay, well, me and this person get along so well, we vibe that, we're about to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So time was wasted because at the end of the day, he was like, I'm not ready for that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I gave you the best however many months of my life with my best foot forward, you know? So, and then for him to say, like, no, I'm not ready for that. I'm focused on other things.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this conversation could have been had. So that would be my thing for any young ladies or any women dating. It's okay to have that conversation as to what are you looking for, what are you in the market for, but like you said, don't go jump off the deep end, tying yourself up to this person, telling people like, oh, Kiki, this is the one for me, if you don't even know where this person is, right? You know, so I think that's a good thing. But going back to what dating shouldn't look like, what do you all think are some stereotypes or some things to avoid? Maybe people are like, oh, I'm single, so I can do X, Y, and Z. What do y'all think are some of those stereotypes or things that may not be the best?
So I'll speak from experience, okay? So I know that coming out of a relationship, heartbroken, lost, like
we've been there
at the bottom of the barrel, and you're like, dang, I need to find some happiness. I need to get out. I need to show myself that I'm still that woman and I still got it.
Right.
So I can remember I was probably at every bar, every lounge, you know, wearing these tight clothes, you know, showing all the best parts of me, looking for that attention, and seeking that validation. but that wasn't the right way.
Right.
Because I was just pushing myself further away from the man that God had for me.
Right.
Because the man that he had for me was not going to be in those places that I was in. He was not going to be interested in those things that I thought I was interested in, trying to heal some wounds that I should have been going to him for.
Right.
Because that tequila and that Hennessy, baby, trust me, it didn't do it.
Yeah, it had the vision blurry.
Yes, it made me sick. That's all it did, was push me further away from my purpose.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, again, get to know yourself and get to know what you want. Take that time to realize what went wrong, or what would you have preferred to happen in older situations. I know some women who like 28 and they're like, I never had a boyfriend. You need to ask yourself, how do you keep ending up in these situationships and no one is asking you anything? Because at some point, as women, we have to hold ourselves accountable for what we allow. Because if we keep running into the same man in different bodies, it's like, at some point we got to question ourselves, like, okay, it's something about me that's allowing this man to treat me this way, that's allowing this next man to come in and do the same thing. So definitely I would say, take this time, get to know yourself. Don't follow the grain. Don't go with the single girlfriends who've been single for a minute. Go talk.
Or the married ones that ain't single.
Listen, someone just told me the other day, seek wise counsel, and that's for everything. If you single and you hurting and you know where you want to be, go talk to a woman who's been married, who's in a healthy relationship. Seek counsel from them who are where you're going, not from where you've been and where you running from, because you're gonna be stuck in that position. When I was going through my little heartbreak about 2 years ago, I was talking to my married friends. I was talking to the first lady at the church, and they told me about the non-negotiables, the wants, the needs, the self-healing. Like, it comes a time where you have to be so selfish with yourself that you don't allow anyone else to interrupt that peace. So when you do find that man, you can bring him peace. Because that's all men want is peace. Like, literally, they just want some peace. If they out there fighting the world, they don't want to come home and fight that woman.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, come
that's
on
true.
now. They go through enough, especially black men, Black Lives Matter, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Yes. All right, any other stereotypes?
Well, I kind of agree with her for the most part. You know, pretty much focus on yourself and, you know, heal within yourself instead of looking for, you know, the next, or just looking for a distraction for the most part, you know, or even, I mean, like, even if you can't, my thing is, okay, yes, focus on yourself. Like, do everything you gotta do for yourself, you know, because, I mean, like, don't just go out there looking for a next relationship or looking for somebody to date. I feel like all that stuff should just come naturally. I mean, like,
organically.
You know, I feel like if you push it, it's just like, it's not gonna come naturally if you push it. You know, you're just waiting on it. You're waiting on it to happen.
Right. And like you said, just going, for me, instead of looking outward, it's all inward. It's all in here. And digging deep and to see what you need to do, where your life is going, where you want your life to go. And I always tell women all the time, I'm like, if you are on your path, following your passion and your vision, I believe that everything will be added unto you. You'll meet who you're supposed to meet you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Let's go. And I'm gonna add a little sauce on that, chicken, on that bird. Listen, go to God. That's my thing. Spend time. Since I've been spending time with God, I'm telling you, I ask questions like, okay, God, show me who's not supposed to be in my life. Show me who's supposed to be in my life. And it don't happen like boom, thunder in the sky, you know, show a name, but you start to get connected to him, and it's like he starts showing you things start happening. So that helps save a lot of heartbreak and a lot of wasted time. When I did therapy last year, shout out to Coach Mike, and when I did therapy last year, he taught me that I was worshiping the idea of being in a relationship with somebody. So whenever I meet somebody, I'm like, are you the one? Are you the one? You gotta be the one. And that would often lead to just not being the one. So I would say for my ladies especially, go to God. talk to him, spend that time with him, and he'll reveal the people that's supposed to be in your life and the people that you probably should, you know, love from a distance. But we're going to end it off right there. Single season. We're going to have to come back and do another part. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things we could talk about in this season. But this is the Womanhood, y'all. We thank y'all so much for watching today. Please like, share, subscribe to the Everyday Love TV channel, and we'll see y'all next time. Everyday love, y'all.
Everyday love.